Imagine Maya standing in the kitchen at 11:47, shoes still by the door from tomorrow's early commute. Her eyes sting, and the bed is 10 steps away. But she opens one more video, then another, while the sink light hums and her phone warms in her palm. She is not choosing pleasure over sleep because she feels energetic. She is exhausted, and somehow that is part of the trap. Bedtime becomes the first moment all day that feels fully hers. At midnight, the phone gives her a low battery warning. Maya reaches for the charger without thinking, and that tiny motion changes the scene. This is not a person who forgot morning exists. Her alarm is already set for 6:05. A mug waits beside the coffee maker. She has planned for tomorrow better than she is protecting tonight. The strange part is that the closer sleep gets, the more the evening starts to feel negotiable. That negotiation is familiar because bedtime procrastination is rarely pure ignorance. Most people who do it know the cost while they are creating it. The broader question is not simply why sleep loses to a screen. It is why you stay up late when you're exhausted. The first answer is that going to bed is not passive. It is a task switch. Maya has to stop the video, put the phone down, brush her teeth, face the silence, and start tomorrow by ending today. Each step asks the brain to inhibit something already moving. That matters because exhaustion does not only make you sleepy, it can make the stopping harder. In a 2023 daily study, researchers tracked young adults for 2 weeks, pairing nightly bedtime reports with evening Stroop tasks, a test of attention and inhibition. On nights when people performed worse than usual, and when they reported more trouble regulating behavior, they procrastinated bedtime more. So, the problem is not that Maya has secretly decided sleep is worthless. The reward on the screen is immediate, the cost is delayed, and the action required is a chain of small exits. When control is a little weaker, one more becomes the easiest instruction in the room. A 2022 systematic review combined 43 studies on bedtime procrastination. The clearest pattern was not a single cause. People who reported more procrastination also tended to report lower self-control and a stronger evening preference, and they slept less well for less time, with more fatigue the next day. That makes Maya's night feel less like a personality flaw and more like a collision. Part of her is managing impulses. Part of her may simply be more alert later than her alarm-friendly life allows. But the evidence also warns against an easy story. In a 5-workday diary study, Cannell and colleagues found that later chronotypes procrastinated more, especially early in the week. Yet people delayed bedtime more on evenings when they said they had more, not less, self-control energy than usual. Sometimes tiredness may push you toward bed. Sometimes that late body clock and a still-running mind keep the night open. The deeper layer is ownership. After a day shaped by alarms, messages, deadlines, and other people's needs, bedtime can feel like surrendering the only unclaimed stretch left. In a 2024 interview study of new career starters, Hill and colleagues heard people describe bedtime procrastination as satisfying but destructive, a fight between wanting personal time and knowing sleep mattered, often pulled along by automatic technology use. That phrase fits Maya because the video is not just entertainment. It is a receipt for a day she survived. The trouble is that the receipt is printed in minutes of sleep. A platform that never reaches a natural ending makes self-negotiation easy. This one is short, this one is useful, this one will help me relax. The deeper need may be real, even when the method quietly damages it. Now the warm phone in Maya's hand looks different. It is not only tempting, it is helping the late night feel biologically plausible. In a 2019 tablet experiment, healthy young adults spent several evenings with unrestricted tablet use and several with printed reading. With the tablet, they chose bed about half an hour later. Their melatonin timing shifted later, and they felt less sleepy in the evening but less alert after waking. So when Maya says, "I'm not tired anymore," she may be noticing a real signal, not an honest verdict. The signal has been shaped by light, attention, timing, and reward. A more realistic change is small. Stop treating bedtime as the first chance to live, and give that need a place before the room goes dark. You stay up late when you're exhausted because sleep is not competing with nothing. It is competing with unfinished control, a late-running body clock, the pull of bright, engaging media, and the private time a crowded day failed to leave behind. The important qualification is that these forces vary by night and by person. So the useful test is not, am I disciplined? It is, what is this hour paying me and what is making the exit hard? Maya does not become a perfect sleeper, but tomorrow, when the sink light hums and the phone warms in her palm, the moment has a different name. Not laziness. A need, a cue, and a choice arriving at the worst possible hour. Alright, and that was today's curiosity from Hidden Axiom. We hope you enjoyed it, and if this video answered your question, leave a like, share your next question in the comments, and subscribe to keep discovering. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious.